Today we're going to be talking about how the New England Patriots have been completely lost since the loss of Tom Brady. Let's talk about it and how this puppy is going nowhere fast after the bumper. What's good people? What is good people? My name is JeffLightsYJr here with the Black Boss channel with Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, the New England Patriots are in a world of trouble. A lot of reports are coming out of Patriots training camp saying that the offense looks horrible. The offense is not in sync. The offense is not playing well. The offense just doesn't look like they know what's going on. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is that the longtime offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniel, who had been with the Patriots through a number of Super Bowls, helped them win a bunch of Super Bowls, at least 3 of them he was a part of as the offensive coordinator. He is now the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. And instead of replacing Josh McDaniel, with another offensive coordinator, the Patriots brought in 2 former assistants, and neither one of them ever called plays. They brought in Matt Patricia, who used to be their old defense coordinator, was the field head coach in Detroit, and Joe Judge, who was their old special teams coordinator, who was the field head coach for the New York Giants. And they've assigned those 2 guys as the offensive coordinator or the play caller, whatever you want to call it, for a second. You got to get for a second-year guy. And Mac Jones, who has some potential, but it is limited. He did make a Pro Bowl, but he is limited. He's an old school type of player. He's not the type of quarterbacks that we see in 2022 coming into the league. And think about the guys that were drafted even this year, Malik Willis and Kenny Pickett being the first one. Kenny Pickett's super mobile. His biggest highlight in college was the fake slide, which was like a 50-yard run, 50, 60-yard run. So he's mobile. Malik Willis, super mobile, one of the best, most mobile quarterbacks in the country last year. And then if you go back a draft class, you got Trevor Lawrence, who's mobile, had design runs in college. Zach Wilson, mobile. Trey Lance, hella mobile, over 1,000 yards rushing in college. And then there's Mac Jones. And so all of this smells like disaster. And it just continues to show, whether you believed it or not. And me, I wasn't a believer at first. But the reason why the Patriot dynasty was a dynasty, and the reason why there is a such thing as a Patriot way, is because of Tom Brady. Every single step since Tom Brady has left, the New England Patriots has been a misfire for Bill Belichick. Every single step, whether it's the bad drafting, the bad signing of free agents, the overspending on the wrong positions, the hiring and moving people into the wrong positions as far as coaches go. And it's all been a disaster. The reaches at drafts that probably won't work at draft picks, taking guys with 3rd-round grades and 4th-round grades in the 1st round, signing and trading for the receivers that have no speed or that it can't get real separation. It's been horrible since Brady, and all Brady's done is win a Super Bowl and be this close, a blown coverage against Cooper Kupp from probably making it back to the Super Bowl. That's all Brady has done. That's all he's done. And this year at age 45, which will probably be his last year. Oh, yeah, by the way, off the field, he secured a $375 million deal with Fox to be the lead broadcaster whenever he decides to walk away, which will probably be after this year. He wants to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? And then this year, with all the chaos that's going on in Tampa, Leonard Fournette showing up 40 pounds overweight, losing 2 centers apparently, Godwin being hurt, probably won't start the season. There's still guys that are migrating to Tampa. Julio Jones, Russell Gage, migrating to Tampa, migrating to want to play with Brady and not Belichick. And there's a good chance they have another division title. They'll probably beat out the Saints for their division and a good chance of returning back to the Super Bowl in the NFC playoffs. Brady was the Patriot way. Brady was the Patriot dynasty. And if you don't believe me, take it from Asante Samuel on his episode of I Am Athlete. He said there is no Patriot way without Brady. Brady is the one who made the things go. Julian Edelman said the same thing. LaShawn McCoy, who played with Brady in Tampa Bay said the same thing. These things work because of Brady. Brady made them work. And now, if you're a Patriots fan, you're finding that out because your head coach can't draft well, never really drafted well. He signed good free agents, put guys in position to win on the defensive end, and Brady made chicken salad out of chicken you-know-what on the offensive side of the ball. He had a Gronk. Don't get me wrong, he had a Gronk. But Wes Welker, who was he before Brady? Danny Amendola, who was he before Brady? Julian Edelman, who was he before Brady? Who were these guys before Brady? Number 15, I can't even think of his name. He played lacrosse in college. I can't even think of his name. Who was he before Brady? We learned all of these dudes' names. All of these dudes made a ton of money. All these dudes won a bunch of Super Bowls because of 12. TB12. And now if you're a Patriots fan, with all the bad tweets and bad reports coming out of Patriots training camp, all the confusion on the offensive side of the ball because McDaniel's gone and Belichick hired 2 former defensive coaches as to run the offense, it doesn't make sense. They don't even do that stuff in high school. They don't even do that in college and Little League. And he's doing it at the highest level. If his name wasn't Bill Belichick and he did have 6 Super Bowls behind him, which is pretty heavy, 6 rings on his finger, 6, we would be laughing at him. And we still are, kind of, because it's confusing. We were confused at first, and then the bad reports came out. And it was like, oh, okay, this ain't going to work. This is going to be a disastrous season for the New England Patriots. Why? Because Belichick is acting like he don't want nothing to do with the team. Colin Cowherd has went on TV and said he thinks Belichick might be ruining the team because Robert Kraft liked Brady more than Belichick. So he said he might be self-sabotaging. And that's not far-fetched by some of the moves that he has made, by some of the decisions that he has made, by some of the direction that he has gone, some of the direction he has led the team. It just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But every day, every single day, more and more every single day, we realize that the cause for the Patriots dynasty was more Brady than it ever was Belichick. My name is JeffLightsYJr with the Black Boss Channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the Black Boss Channel. Hit the thumbs up button. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I will see you next time.